Hi, my name is Dustin Wagner, and I am a journeyman and the secretary of IATSE Local 636 of Central Pennsylvania. I'm going to do my best to kind of take a different approach to this video since we don't have a lot of time, as we would with the Blair County Rotary Career Fair, to discuss what IATSE has to offer and the background of IATSE. And I'm going to hopefully plant the seed of interest into what IATSE is, and so that you could look into it for yourself and maybe say a few things that I wish somebody would have said to me while I was in high school. I'm actually an Altoona Area School District alumni. I graduated Altoona High in 2005, and when I was in high school, I actually didn't have any prospects of going to college. My main priority while I was in high school was graduating and then going on tour with the band I was in. But I've always had an interest in live entertainment and live music, and in around 2010, when I went to see a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert, I thought to myself, that would be really cool. I would love to work in this type of career and work on live shows since I'm so interested in music. And when I was 25 years old, I studied live entertainment and production in college. Now, let me say first and foremost, you do not need a college education to work in live entertainment. And the beautiful thing about IATSE is that if you're interested in working in live entertainment, you can start out as an apprentice and you can learn while you're on the job. IATSE actually pays people who are on our overhire list to gain skills while they're on the job from journeymen and cardholders who are members of the local. It's been one of the most rewarding aspects of my career to pass the torch with the information that I've accrued while in school in various different career fields to young and prospective members of our organization who eventually want to become a member of IATSE and work on live entertainment shows and Broadway theater. How did you decide to enter your profession? It's actually a pretty interesting story. While I was in school, I reached out to one of my course directors and I asked him, what type of opportunities may I not be aware of that I could pursue while I'm in college to, help me whenever I graduate? And he said, well, reach out to the local IATSE and get yourself placed on their overhire list. If they call you and you have an opportunity to take a call, absolutely take the call, and I will actually give you an excuse for missing class. I was kind of surprised by that, and my first question, though, was, what's IATSE? I had no idea. So, IATSE is more of a labor organization than it is a company, and it's not the type of job where you work a 9-to-5 job and you have a set schedule. You're kind of your own boss, in a sense, which is something I really love about the job. And I actually had, some involvement in high school theater while I was in high school, which kind of planted the seed for my interest in Broadway theater and, doing live events. And if you're in high school right now and maybe you're involved in community theater or high school theater, those skills are perfect to get you involved with an organization like IATSE. As a matter of fact, I encourage any high school theater students to pursue working with IATSE if that's something that they would like to pursue as a career. What do you enjoy most about your job? Other than being my own boss and kind of setting my own schedule, I kind of like the spontaneity of my job. There are times where, in the evening before I go to bed, I'm not necessarily sure what it is I'm going to be doing tomorrow, but we could get a last-minute call where, for instance, one evening, to tell you a story about that, I received a call from our business agent about a last-minute spur-of-the-moment call in Bradford, Pennsylvania, at the Zippo lighter factory. We didn't really get too many details. We just had an idea of how many people we needed and, the rough scope of what the job was going to entail. And when we showed up, it turned out it was like for a Zippo community outreach event. They were celebrating some sort of anniversary landmark or something, but lo and behold, Stone Sour was performing, and, there's Corey Taylor of Slipknot, showing up, and I'm backstage working with the band, and that was something that was completely spontaneous, and, I didn't even know until I arrived that was what was going to happen. We just showed up for the call. What do you enjoy least about your job? So, with what I just touched upon about what I enjoy most about my job, the irregularity of work at times, And the inconsistency of work, from month to month and seasons throughout the year, is something that I would say is somewhat of a downside of working with IATSE. Now, as you gain skills and network with other people, your list of contacts for work begins to grow, and that becomes less of an issue, especially once you become a journeyman within our organization. But starting out, especially if you don't have a college background, you may find that you may need to put more work into finding work than the work coming to you. A great problem to have is eventually, years down the road of being involved with IATSE, you may find yourself having so many different opportunities, you don't know which one to take that week or that month. So that can be a burden and a blessing. It all depends on your perspective and how you choose to look at it. What is the projected need for new workers in this field in 5 years? We're not entirely sure what the future holds right now with live entertainment. Most members of my organization are kind of furloughed right now until further notice, and we're hoping that once the coast is clear, similar to experience that the United States had in the early 1900s, where the live entertainment industry as a whole was kind of on hold until further notice, we're hoping that it's going to be all hands on deck once the coast is clear and live entertainment kind of returns back to its former glory. So when that happens, we may be very well in need, and the industry may be in high demand for up and coming young talent like yourself.